very shortly. Just a few props this morning. We are going to use a small looped band. So if you have a band with you like this guy, then you can go and grab it. You can choose which level of resistance, or you can keep multiple nearby. And then we're also going to use something as hand weights. So if you've got Pilates balls, or if you have a free weight with you, a can of soup, anywhere between 1 and 3 pounds, I would suggest would be great. We also will be using a wall as well as something that you could use as a bar. So your wall could double as your bar today, just holding on to that with your hand, and also have your water, coffee, tea nearby, whatever it is you have this morning. And then when you're all set, meet me on the mat, feet right underneath of the hips. We're just gonna bend the legs, deep breath in, reach the arms above the head, and fold forward, hinge at the hips, and bring the hands down. So if you're still running to grab those things, no worries, no rush. Bend the legs and roll up slowly. Just meet me here. We're going to do it a couple times. Reach the arms above the head. Fold forward, hinge at the hips. Bring the hands down onto the mat. Release the head on the neck. Nod it yes, shake it no. Bend the legs and roll up slowly. Good. Reaching the arms above the head, deep breath in. And fold forward, hinge at the hips. Bringing the hands down. One more time here. Bend the legs and roll up slowly. Arms reaching. Good. Bring the hands down right by your sides this time and walk the feet out a little bit wider here. We're staying parallel, so toes facing forward. Bringing the hands right onto the hips, we're going to start by bending into the right leg. You're going to feel a stretch on the inner thigh and in the hip of the left side, sending the weight back to the heel so you can wiggle the toes and stretch into the center. Bend to the left side and stretch. So we're starting to find that long spine already. Good. Coming down. Stretching up. Nice. Start to activate the core here, so draw the navel towards the spine and knit the front of the rib cage together. Lift and bend. Stretching up. Good. As we reach the top, squeeze the glutes for me. Lift up. Nice. Good deep breaths as you're starting to move through the body here. We're warming up, lubricating the joints. Notice how you're feeling this morning. Take a moment to check in. How are you feeling on a Sunday morning? How is your body? How is your mind? Let's do 2 more. Last one, hold the bend in the left leg. So we have a nice long right leg here. Reach the arms right above the head here on your diagonal shoulder, drawing away from the ears. We draw the elbows right by the side. They squeeze into the rib cage, and then we reach the arms in front of us. So palms are facing down, left leg is bent. Reach it out in front of us. Good. Drawing down and reaching forward. Beautiful. Really drawing the shoulders away from the ears, starting to feel the back activating. Your lats are activating. Reaching forward and drawing down. Nice. Good. Keep that going. A couple more times. We have a nice deep bend in the left leg. Weight is in the heel. 2 more. Last one. Let's reach the arms forward, hold it here, and start to add a bend in your left leg. So that left leg is starting to bend deeper this time, so it's going low and lower. Good. Watch that knee. Make sure that it's tracking over your second and third toe, and we're not falling in, so we're keeping it open here as you find that bend. Lower each time. Shoulders down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We pivot both feet so that the left leg stays in front, and we're in a nice high lunge here. Staying in your high lunge, hands can come on the hips, and we add a bend in the front leg. Add a bend in the front leg to be going a little bit deeper. Good. Chest is open for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands down here and send that back leg back a little bit more if you need. We're in a runner's lunge. Make sure that your knee is stacked right on top of your ankle. Take a deep breath here. You can find stillness, or you can find a nice pulse through the hips down towards the mat. Beautiful. You have 8 more counts here. 6 in 4 counts of right hand plants, and left hand lifts up towards the ceiling, right hand plants right beside your left foot, and we find a twist up towards the ceiling. Chest is opening towards that front leg. Good. Bringing that hand down, and then we're going to lift the hips here. So lift those hips up and come into your triangle. Doing our best to have both heels on the mat here, hands framing the front foot, finding a stretch in the left hamstring. Good. Release a little bit deeper here. Breathe for 2 and 1. Bringing those feet into your wide-legged forward fold, hands on the mat. We can move the hips from side to side. Really press into them for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the legs and roll up slowly here. Nice. Hands on the hips. We bend into the right leg, and we stretch to center. We bend into the left and up. Good. Center. Down, center. Nice deep breaths here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend into the right leg. Reach those arms forward for me, shoulders down, palms facing down. Elbows draw in right towards the rib cage, and they press up. Drawing in, squeeze it down, pressing up. There it is. Draw in, squeeze down, and lift. Deep breaths here. You have 8, 6, 4, 3, 2. Hold it here, palms down. We add a pulse in the right leg. Whew. Okay, so warming up the legs, starting to get a little bit deeper here. Nice. Keep that pulse going. Shoulders down, core engaged. Wiggling your toes. Good. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. We're going to pivot both feet here. Pivoting both feet so that we come into a high lunge. Lift the shoulders right on top of the hips. Maybe readjust the back leg a little bit. And then we start to add a pulse in the front leg. Bringing ourselves down here. Nice. Good. Deep breaths. Warming up on this chilly morning. We have 4, 3, 2, bring your hands down with me to frame the front foot and maybe adjust that foot back a little bit farther so that we have the knee stacked on the hip, right in that front leg, and choose stillness or choose to add a pulse through the hips. Whew, nice. Body's getting warm. We have 8 counts here. Then we lift the hips into our triangle. Both heels are on the mat in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the hips. Drop the head down. Both heels are planted. Deep breaths as you release. Good. One more breath here. Twisting into the center. Bend both legs and roll up slowly. Good. Coming to standing. We're just going to move into a little side-to-side movement right through the leg. So bend through the leg and lift the opposite heel. Absorbing toe ball heel. If you'd like to add a bit more of a bounce already, add that bounce from side to side. Make sure you're releasing the shoulders. Good. Adding that bounce. Breathing here. Good. I'm making sure that my heels are dropping. Staying with this breath. Nice. 8 more counts like this. You're more than welcome to stay in any version that you had, or you can change double right and double left. In 2, in 1, we go double and double. 2 and 2. Good. We're still breathing. Double, double. Good work. Keep that little bounce going. Again, it could be slower. It could be moving through the legs side to side without so much as a bounce. Dropping the heel. Beautiful. Keep that moving. Good. In 4 counts, we're going to start with a jab. The right leg comes in. So put all of that weight to the left leg. Right leg steps behind, arms reach forward, and we draw the knee right up to the chest as the elbows draw in. If you'd like, to stay with a kickstand with that foot. You don't have to lift the foot all the way off the ground or the mat. And if you'd like to lift it up a little bit more, you can. Good. Finding that long spine from the fingertips all the way down to the toes. Breathing deeply here. Nice work. Deep breaths again. Keep it going. Really important to keep that supporting leg, that left leg, super bent here, okay? That bottom leg. We have 8. In 6 counts, we switch sides. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We switch sides. Add that jab, whether it's that kickstand motion. You can also move slower. That's an option. We're just trying to get that heart rate up, yeah? Keep your right leg bent. Nice. Breathe. Nice work, nice work. We have 8. In 6 counts, find a low jack with me. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find your low jack right here. Good, drop those heels. So you can choose if maybe it's a little bit slower, or if it's a walk today, or if it's a tap from side to side. So there are already so many options for you to choose from if you don't want to go straight to that low jack. Good. Drawing it out and in. Breathe here. 8 more counts like this. We have 6. In 4 counts, we can reach the hand low towards the mat. Low, draw it in. Low, in. Good, this is our slower pace. If you'd like to speed it up, it goes a bit faster. Good, keep that working for me. Low, in. Yes, good, stay with it here. Keep it reaching low, down, in. Draw it in. You have 4 more counts. Back to those little bounces just at the beginning. Right here, we go right and left. Or you're rolling through the feet. Good. Catch that breath. There you are. We're still moving through it. Stay with me. Hopefully that body's getting warm. Keep breathing. If you'd like to move to doubles, we move to doubles in 2, in 1. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Little bounce, little bounce. Good, it's a nice way to really absorb through the feet, keeping the legs bent. Breathing in through the nose, and nice exhales through the mouth. Find out how you can integrate your breath with your cardio movements here, okay? Keep that bounce going from side to side. Nice work. You have 4 more counts here. We hit that jab in 2, in 1. Find that jab. Draw it in. Good. Left leg bent, right leg's drawing in, or you're finding that kickstand right beside the left leg. Good. Nice work. Stay with it here. Again, a really great place to get that core activated. Draw the navel right up to the spine. Draw that knee into the chest. Keep pulling it in for me. You have 8, 6. Keep that pace up. We switch to the other side in 2, in 1. Let's go. Keep moving. You guys got this. Breathe. Shoulders down. Right leg bent, absorbing. In. Nice. Whew. Keep breathing. We have 8. Long spine. In 6 counts, find that low jack or your taps. In 3, in 2, in 1. Low jacks here or taps. Good. Keep it going. Or you can find that walk out and in if you'd like. We've done these things before. So pulling that memory back, dropping the heels. Good. Choose that option that feels best for your body today, okay? There's no judgment on it. Make sure you're really absorbing here. Really important to drop your heels in any form of a jack that you're doing so that we don't feel so much pressure in our calves later, okay? We have 8 more counts. You can choose to stay here, or you can choose to reach the hand down towards the mat when the legs open. Reach, in, reach, in. Nice. Out, in. Yes. Stay with that. If you want to speed it up, we go reach, reach. Nice, good work. Staying low for 8. Back to the beginning for our 3rd and final round. Shortest round in 3, in 2, in 1. Little bounces, right and left. Whew, okay, starting out with a bang this morning. My friends, stay with me. Let's move to doubles in 2, in 1. Double right, double left. If you have to take that little break, keep the body moving, okay? So even if it's very small movements, keep that body moving. Don't come to a full stop after all this cardio. You could do a little side step, tapping the foot. Keep that bounce for 8. We move to our jab in 6. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find that jab. Draw it in. Good. Really work hard for me in this last round. Breathe. Good. Remember, you have those options. Important to keep that left leg bent. Your supporting leg. Draw it in. Good work, good work. You have 4, 3, 2. Switch to the other side. Here it comes. Stay with me. Good work. Whew. Keep that breath flowing. Nice. Draw it in, draw it in. Navel right in towards the spine. Is your core working for you? Did you let the belly puff out? Bring it back for me. You have 8. In 6 counts, you move to that tap, that walk, or that low jack. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here it comes. Low jack, or tap, or walk. And out. Nice. Deep breaths here. Whew. Good, we have 8. Then you can reach the arm or you can stay right with it, okay? 4, 3, 2, 1. Reaching the arm, pace number 1, pace number 2. Choose that option for yourself, okay? We're almost done, 3rd round. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Whew. Yes, drop those heels for 8. 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk from side to side. Give yourself a little pat on the back for that cardio to start. Grab some water, and then when you're ready, I want you to pick up those weights with me. All right? So, it's time for that long sleeve to come off. If you had any layers on this morning, hopefully you guys are with me here. All right. Finding that tap from side to side. And then when you are ready, you're going to pick up those weights after some water, and you're going to meet me right back on the mat here. Okay. Perfect. Here we go. Picking up those weights. You can either choose to have no weights here, or weights ranging from 1 to 3 pounds, okay? So, weights, 1 in each hand, soft bend in the legs, yeah? We're gonna reach the arms right up, so palms facing towards each other. We have a 90-degree in those arms. I want you to always fight to keep the elbows lifted, but the shoulders drawing down. Soft bend in the legs. So palms face towards each other. We open them up to the side now, palms face forward. We press both arms above our head. We draw them back down, and then bring the palms back to face each other right in front of us. We open, elbows lifted, press, draw the elbows down, bring the arms in front. Open, press, in, together. Open, press up, draw in, together. Nice. In and together. Beautiful. Press up, draw in, together. Keep those deep breaths going for me. So this is going to be a bit of our warm-up for the shoulders here, for the arms, for the back as we're moving. In, open, lift, draw down, together. Open, lift. Shoulders really drawing away from the ears, especially when we press above our head. It's very tempting to let those shoulders creep right up towards the ears and shrug the shoulders, but we don't want to be doing that. We also want to keep a soft bend in the elbows. I'm never trying to lock my elbows out. And together. Open, press up, in, together. Nice. Lift, draw in, together. So check in and see how you're feeling at any point in time if you need to shake it out. And then join me back in the movement. Or if you need to drop the weights, yeah, it's all a-okay. It's about moving through what feels best for your body right now. You know how far to push yourself, so listen to me, but also listen to your own body. Good. Keep that going. Press up, draw down. Arms together, open, lift up, drawing down. Keep that breath going. We're almost through this warm-up. You have 4, 3, 2, hold that cactus. We add a tiny little pulse up towards the ceiling, remember? We have those elbows lifted the whole time, so notice if they start to draw down towards the rib cage. If we're starting to get tired with it, fight to keep it lifted. Maybe that means we have to drop those weights, but we're gonna not drop the elbows. Good. Lifting up right here. Deep breaths, soft bend in the legs. You can do it, you can do it. I know those shoulders are really starting to work now. You have 8 more counts here. Then we extend just the right arm over the head and then just the left arm in 2, in 1. Here we go. Reach, draw down. Whew, reach, draw down. Make sure that you include that breath. Good work. Up and down. Reach. Beautiful work. Lifting up and lowering. You got it. That's it. Looks beautiful. Keep those elbows lifted for me for 4, 3. We go right back to the beginning. So meet me right in the center. Palms face each other. They open. They press up. They draw down. We go in, open, press up, draw down. Nice work. Open, press up, draw down. Up and down. We're in round number 2. If you know me, you know I love my 3 rounds. 3rd time is the charm, but our rounds progressively get shorter, okay? Stick with me. We go in and out. Little press. Draw down. Find that exhale, especially as you find that press. We have 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. We pulse it up. Little pulses up towards the ceiling. Yes. Keep those weights in your hands if you can. Make sure the rib cage is still engaged, so the core is really engaged. We're trying not to open the elbows up behind us. We want to keep that here. We have 4, 3. Right arm presses above the head. We go right arm, draw down. Left arm, draw down. Good. Whew. How we feeling? How we feeling? Lift and lower. We have 4. We have 3, 2. There you go. And 1 third and final round. You can do it. Draw the arms together. Don't even think about it. Press and lower. In, open, press up, lower, down. Whoo. And up and down. Yes, beautiful work Sunday morning. Stay with me. Stick with me. You got this. Push a little bit farther than you did the day before. You have 4, 3, hold it here. Add that pulse. Arms are lifted, elbows lifted, right at that cactus. Good. Lift, lift. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right arm up and down. Left arm up. Up. Draw down. This is it. This is that final push. Give me 4 more here. 4. You can do it. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Release it down softly. Move those weights off to the side. Give the shoulders a bit of a roll and pick up your band. Band is going between the knees and the hips, and this is also where we are finding our wall, our trusty wall that will keep us supported, okay? So if you need a second to grab that band, put it in between the knees and the hips. Maybe some water is calling your name. Meet me at a wall. We're gonna move into a wall sit. Naturally at the wall. So, meeting me here. I'm gonna press my entire back into the wall here as I come down. Whew, that wall is chilly. That's kind of nice. Feet are gonna be coming out in front of you, and you're really gonna be dropping that tail, so we wanna try to get the hips and the knees in line. So see how low you are. Band is on between the knees and the hips. Feet are planted here, toes are spread, shoulders and back pressing into the wall, tail is still dropped, and just hold it here for a moment. Notice if the core is engaged or not, and if it isn't, try to add that engagement for me here. It helps to draw the navel to the spine to get the low back to press against the wall. Hands can just be resting right on the thighs to start. Finding that low point here, okay? Breathing for another 8. Then we're gonna add a pulse out right against that band, so knees are gonna be pressing out. Little butterfly action getting into the sides of the hips here, in the glutes, the sides of the legs. Press it open. Good. Find that motion. Butterflying open out against the band. Good. Breathing here, knowing that this is gonna build up for us. Keep that going. Again, shoulders down. Deep breaths. Good. Hands resting on the thighs to start. Spreading the toes for me. We have 8 more counts like this. 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach the arms out in front of you, palms facing towards each other. We lift the right heel, we tap it down, we lift the left heel and tap it down. So stay low here. Lift and tap, lift, tap. Good. We're lifting up and tapping down. Stay low with the bum. Breathing deeply. Those legs are gonna start to burn. Here we go. Down, lift, and drop the heel for 4, for 3, and 2, and 1. Hold it right here. Drop it a little bit lower. You can bring the hands back down onto the thighs. Maybe sink 1 inch lower for me down that wall. Whew. I feel like if I speak calmer to you, you're gonna feel calmer in your wall sit. Don't know if it's true, but hopefully it's working. 4 more counts here. 3, 2, we pulse out against the band. We go open and open. Good work. Really pulsing out against the band. Wherever your hands are on your thighs, just have that soft grip here. So we're not gripping our thighs with our hands, but we're just resting them, giving them a place to be. If you'd prefer to keep the arms reaching forward the whole time, that's totally up to you. Breathing deeply, opening up those legs. You have 8 more counts. 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms reach. Here we go. We lift the right heel. Lift and tap. Left heel. Lift and tap. Good work. Stay with me here. We're in that second round. Lift the heel. Tap it down for 8, 6, 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. Sink 1 inch lower for that final round. Try not to come out of it. It's so much harder to get back into that wall sit once you release it. Just breathe through it. 3rd round is the shortest round. Nice. 4 more counts. 2 and 1. Reach the arms and pulse it open to the side. Find that little pulse open. Good. This is it. Opening it up. You have 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2. Lift that right heel to finish. Lift and lower. Good. Lift and lower. Tail is dropping. Yes, this is that hardest point. Hold on to it. Press up, lower, down. 4 more counts. Good. 2 and 1. You can either choose to roll all the way down the wall or press yourself off the wall. Give the legs a little bit of a shake. We're going to take the band off and we're going to go back to those weights for a moment. Whew, how are the legs doing? So you can choose to have 1, 2, or no weights. It's up to you. So I'm going to choose 1 weight today, but you can choose 2 weights, especially if they are pretty easy to hold on to. So I'm going to split my weight in between both hands. If you have 2 weights, 1 in each hand, we're moving into tricep dip. So hands on your weights, drawing the arms behind you. Now, we want to make sure that we're not actually opening those elbows up to the side, but we're doing our best to squeeze the elbows right towards the ears. Core is very zipped up here, so super, super strong. We want to make sure that we're not letting the rib cage open up the back arch as we find this movement. So make sure that we're dropping the tail, the knees are bent, the core is engaged, hands with weights, dropping it down here. We're going to start with a little pulse down towards the mat or the ground. Elbows squeezing right in towards the rib cage, right in towards the ears. Drawing down here. Little pulses down with that weight. So you could have 1 weight or 2 weights, 1 in each hand, and then you're squeezing those weights together and you're finding this pulse down towards the mat. Shoulders down. Deep breaths. Good. Little pulses here. So really let the weight or weights or no weights in the hands are touching really be heavy down towards the ground. That's what's going to start to get those triceps firing for us. Elbows in, low here. Good. How's everybody doing? We are over halfway there this morning. We have 4 more counts. Then we extend the arms above our head in 2. In 1, we extend up. We dip down. Extend up, shoulders down, and dip it down, elbows in, reach, and down. Are you starting to arch that back? Is the core staying engaged? Things to remind yourself. Drawing down. I know, it's a lot, especially when we get that burn going. Reaching up, drawing down, lifting, lowering. Let's do 2 more. 2. And 1. Good. Hold it right down at the back and pulse it low. Keep that pulse going right back to that beginning motion. Elbows in. If you got to shake it out, shake it out. If you have to drop a weight, and then join me back here. Good, you got it. Going low, going lower. Yes, we have 8. We have 6. 4, 3, 2, reach the arms above. We reach up and lower down. Yes. How are those triceps feeling? Try to get that full extension at the top. Reach up, lower down. Good. Lift. Lifting up for 2. Lower down for 2. Nice. Lift and lower. We got 2 full movements. Shoulders down. Good. Last one. Try to stay with me here. You got it. Elbow squeezing in towards the ears and pulse it low. Keep that pulse going low. Nice work. Nice work. You got it. Down. Down. 8 more like this. We have 8. Good. In 6 counts, we find that extension. You have 4, 3, 2, here it comes up. Woo! Final round. Hey. It's a little spicy. Tail is dropped. Down and down. We reach up and down. Good. We have 4. We have 3. You can do it for 2. And 1. Nice. Reach it up and bring that weight in front. Okay, we're switching between arms and legs. So we're going back to legs, back to that band if you have a band and you are using the band. Between the knees and the hips once again. And here is when we are going to use our trusty old bar, whatever you're using for it, whether it's the wall, the back of a couch, a chair, anything that can add a little extra support for you. Bar is also optional, so if you start moving through it and you realize that maybe you don't need the bar or you want to test your balance, then you're more than welcome to. We are going to come into a ballet first position, so how I'm going to ask you to do that with me is start by bringing the feet together. So that band is already closing the legs together here. Zip it right up all the way to the top, and then we're going to take the toes and open them up onto the diagonal. So looking down, you find that piece of pie, that pizza slice, whatever it is, creating that space with the heels glued together. So what's going to be really important when we move through this is that those heels stay glued together, okay? So you can have one hand on the bar, you can have two hands on the bar, or you can choose to have no hands and bring them onto the waist. It's up to you. We're going to lift the heels up and rise onto the balls of the feet here. Core still engaged, long spine. Taking one foot and drawing it towards the other so that those heels are together. How are we doing? Squeeze the glutes here. Find that little bit of rotation from the tops of the hips, feeling like a little towel wrapping around the outside of the leg. Bend the knees. Find a diamond in those knees, in the legs. Keep the heels glued together here. Heels glued, standing up nice and tall, tails dropped. Notice if you start to hinge in the hips here, bring yourself back up. No little teapots here, shoulders stacked on hips. We're going to start by keeping those heels together. I'm going to say that a lot in the next 5 to 6 minutes. And we're going to start with a little pulse up towards the ceiling. Good. So if you want to challenge that balance, maybe you bring both hands off. If you'd like to reach both arms in front of you into a ballet first position with the arms, your fingers are right across from your belly button. Keep those heels squeezing. That is the most important part because we're going to get the backs of the legs firing. That's how we get it firing. Press it up. Good. Lifting here. Keep that going. We have 4, 3, 2, hold it low in the legs, bend those legs and pulse it back. Little butterfly motion, pressing back into the backs of the legs, press into that band. Yes, squeeze the glutes and stay with me. Yes, good work, good work, good work. That's it. Give me those breaths. I know the legs are going to start to burn. Spread the toes on the ground. Keep the chest lifted, okay? Nice soft grip on whatever you're holding on to. Keep those knees pressing open, heels squeezing together. Whew, hey, you got it, you got it. Yes. Right after this series, we are on the mat, okay? So let that be the motivation. In 4 counts, hold those legs still from the back, butterfly, and pulse up towards the ceiling. We go lift and lift. Heels still squeezing. Yes, yes, yes. That's it. Up. Little lifts here. Nice, nice. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here and pulse it back. Good. So those glutes should really be squeezing from the side here. My glutes are really squeezing as I press it back. The core is engaged. The shoulders are stacked. And even if it's that tiny 1-inch movement backwards that nobody might be able to see, but you can sure feel, yeah, that's A-okay. Squeezing the heels together here for 8 more counts. We find that third and final round where we pulse up. Squeeze those heels as much as you can. 2 and 1. Hold it here and pulse it up. Maybe you are still challenging that balance. That is beautiful. Shoulders down wherever you are. Heels squeezing with that pulse up towards the ceiling. Holy moly. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Go lower for me. Then send those knees back. Yes. This third round should be so much work. We're almost done. Pressing back for 4 more counts. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the feet down onto the mat and find a full plie to flush it out. Stretch and lower. Lift, lower. Good. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch it right here and take that band off. Congratulations, you have graduated down onto the mat. Okay, so no equipment needed as we come down. Just gonna move my bar a little bit off to the side. So we're coming down onto our left side. We're going to be working a version of a clam. When you're ready, if you need water, grab your water. Okay, here we are. Nice deep breath as you meet me onto your mat. We're coming down onto the forearm on the left side, making sure that forearm, the elbow, and the shoulder are stacked here. We're not creating any funny angles. We're lifting up through the waist here. Chest is broad. We're going to take the right hand and bring it right on top of the hip to make sure that those hips stay square and we don't open them up. And then we are going to make sure that the knees are stacked and then the hip and the knee are at a nice diagonal, feet in front of you. So the toes or the foot, the full foot is the fulcrum here as we open up that little clamshell and close it back. We open and close. Nice. Open, close. Good. We're moving through a little bit of an extended series here, so keep the core engaged. Stay with me. Lift and lower. Open and close. We have 8. We have 6. 4, 3, 2. We hold it at the top and we add a little pulse back just with that top leg. Good, so you can choose to have the full foot together. If you have just the toes together, a little bit more work is going to be happening. Nice. If you feel confident with the hips staying square, you can always bring that top hand down, just tenting the fingers and bringing it in front of the body. Core still stays really engaged. You have 4 more counts here. You're just going to stretch that top leg to lift the foot. Stretch and tap the toes. Reach, tap the toes. So it doesn't matter to me exactly where that reach is happening. Right where that clam is, that's where the leg is reaching from the knee, okay? So we're not opening it up to the side here. We want to make sure that everything stays the same. Good. Reach and tap. 4 more counts like this. We stay in that little clam, but we draw the knees together, then the toes. So the knees come together, then the toes. Finding that internal rotation. Again, maybe bring the hand back to the hip, making sure that it's staying steady. Good. Down and in. Down. Are you still lifting up through the waist? Is the shoulder still away from the ear? If it's starting to sink, reset yourself for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back right here and find that little pulse backwards. Good. That's it. Chest is open. We have 8, 6, 4, 3, 2. Extend that leg coming out and drawing in, tap the toe. Out, in. Okay, we're in our second round. Stay with me. If you need to shake it out a little bit, as always, shake it out and come back. I'm going to keep pushing you to move through this. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw the knees together. In and tap. Good. In and tap. That's it. Find that rotation from the top of the hip here. So really try to go internal for me and bring that work right into the hip and not just the knee and the toe tapping, yeah? The knee and the toe are a result of the rotation at the top of the leg. For 2 and 1. Hold it right here. Good. Pulse it back. Toes together. Third round. Maybe try to just bring those toes together. Challenge yourself. For 4, 3, 2, extend that leg. Out and tap. Out and tap. Good. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knee and toe. Whew. Third and final round. We for sure feel everything working now in the glutes. Down and yes. Down and tap. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Bring the knees together. Maybe give the bum a little bit of a rub. Shake it out. We're going to reach the legs out in front of us. If you'd like to open up the knees, you can here. And we're going to switch over to the other side right away. So coming down onto the right side. Right forearm is coming onto the mat. Same deal here. Shoulder and elbow lifting up through the waist. Making sure that we're still breathing deeply as we move through this stuff on the ground, just because it isn't as high as a pace. We still want to be including our breath for sure. All right, moving through our clam to start here. So toes together or feet together. We open the clam, we close it. Open, close, core is engaged. Lift, lower. Nice. Good work. Keep it going for me. You're doing amazing. After this, we move through some core and we have a stretch, and you are done with your movement with me, and you can continue on. Maybe bake some cookies, do something for yourself this Sunday for 4, 3, 2, hold it here and pulse it back. Little pulses back. Again, make sure we're lifting through the waist. Shoulders away from the ear. We don't want to find this sinking motion, creating those little kinks in our neck. Good. Keep that alignment the same. If you're happy with that hip and you know it's not going to open up anymore, you can bring the hand down, tenting the fingers in front of the body. It's up to you. We have 4 more counts. Leave the leg right where it is, and we stretch the knee in 2, in 1. Reach and in. Reach, in. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw the knees together. Knees and toes. Knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. You know? Just the last half of the rhyme. Knees and toes. Good. You have 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. Pulse it back. Little pulses back. Whew. Yeah, getting those tiny little muscles to work. Really squeeze for me. For 4, 3, 2, extend the leg. Good. So the less pressure you put those feet together, the more work that's going to happen in the glute here. So if you just have the little big toes tapping, then that's going to be a lot of work. For 4, 3, 2, bring the knees together. Knees and toes. Knees and toes. Good. We have 8 and 6. Lift through the waist for 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. Pulse it back. Little pulse, little pulse. Good work. Nice. We have 8 more counts, just those toes. Challenge yourself for this final round. Stretch the knee in 3, in 2, in 1. Here it comes. Out and in. Stay with it. Out and in. For 4, 3, 2, knees and toes. We go knees and toes. Remember where that rotation is coming from in the leg and toes. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Bring the knees together, and we're going to roll down on our back for our core. So if before you roll down you'd like a sip of water or to stretch those legs out. Okay, beautiful work so far. Almost done here. We're going to move through some core, rolling down onto your back. So meet me here. Let's start by just pressing the low back on the mat and see how that feels. Good. Making any sort of adjustments that you need before we all meet here together. All right. So we're going to start. Hands are going to come behind the head or just softly behind the ears so that we're not really putting a lot of pressure into the neck. And then we're going to lift the legs off, and we're going to draw the knees and the elbows together. So we're creating this tiny little ball, and then we shoot the legs out into a V, and we open the chest here. Knees to elbows, coming to that V. Low back is pressing into the mat. Knees to elbows, opening up to your V. So I'm working on peeling the shoulder blades off the ground and then keeping the low back on the mat as I find that V with my legs. I'm creating a star, but the only thing that's on the ground is my low back and my mid back. Navel towards the spine for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Bend the right leg and tap the toe. Stretch it up. Bend the left leg, tap the toe, stretch it up. Bend and tap. If you'd like to reach the arms through the legs at this point, you can to help pull the shoulder blades off the ground. Chin is on the diagonal here, so notice if you're starting to tuck it, let's just keep it softly on that diagonal. Other option here is to release the entire upper body and just keep the lower body working. Bend and tap. Nice. Keep that working for 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands behind the head. Draw the knees to the elbows. Extend all the way. Knees to the elbows. Extend all the way. Good. How can you add that breath? Keeping the core tight, low back pressing into the mat. So as we move through our rounds here of our series, if the low back starts to peel off the mat and the legs have to lift a little bit higher so that doesn't happen, that's okay, that's natural. We're working the core, we're burning it out. Good work. Stay with it here. We have 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Remember your options. Arms reach as you tap the toe, or you lay the entire upper body down and you bend those knees. Shoulders releasing into the mat if you decide to get the upper body on the mat. For 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Hands behind the head. Last round, in and out. In, press out. Good. Really challenge yourself. How low can you get those legs? And out. Nice. In, press out. Good. We have 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, final round right here. Tap it down. Tap, reach, tap, reach. Maybe again the upper body's down. Make sure that you keep that low back pressing into the mat. Tap, reach. Nice work. Almost done for 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw the knees in and really release the hip flexors. You can draw little circles with both knees over to one side, massaging the low back, and to the other side. You can grab the legs, one with each hand, and then draw the knees into the chest, open it up, rock the hips forward a little bit, tap the little toe down onto the mat, and then bring the knees back together. Good. One more time here. And then bring the knees into the chest, draw the arms to a cactus or a T, and let the legs fall over to the right side, just finding a gentle twist. And if you have something that feels best for your body right now, go ahead and move through that. If you have a twist that feels a little bit better, you can go ahead and go deeper. Good, one more breath here. And draw the knees up into center with me and over to the other side. Taking a moment to thank yourself for this moment, this time that you have carved out for yourself today. knowing that you did something so good for your mind and your body. And we have a couple moments still together to stretch it out, so just try to keep those lists or any to-do things at the back of the mind, trying to keep it clear. Enjoying this time, really savor it. Bringing the knees back into the center. Good, meeting me right in the center here. And then you're gonna plant both feet on the mat. Arms can stay out or they can rest by the sides. We're just gonna tilt through the pelvis a little bit. So we're gonna find a tiny little arch in the back as we draw the tailbone down. And then we lift the hip bones up towards the ceiling and we tilt that pelvis. Low back is pressing into the mat. A couple times here, moving through that. Just small movements here. Good. Last one. Beautiful. Staying on our back here, we're just going to relax. Left leg is going to come right on top of the right knee. We're coming into a reclined figure 4. Make sure you flex the foot on the left side and that knee starts to press open. You can use the left hand to press onto the left thigh and you can stay here. Or if you'd like to go deeper, the right foot is going to lift off the mat. We're going to feed the hands through like a needle and thread, grabbing behind either the thigh or on top of the knee, but keep that left foot flexing and the knee opening up. We'll get a deeper stretch in the left hip. Nice. Just breathing as that heart rate comes down. You're soaking in all of that good work from today's class. One more breath here in through the nose. As you exhale, if you have that leg lifted, release the leg back onto the mat, taking the left leg and taking it off of the right. Maybe you take a moment to reset the hips here, and then we take the right leg and we stack it on top of the left knee. Flex the foot and let that knee open up here. So really press it open. You can use a lot of just pressing into the left side to get that leverage. You can also use the right hand to press onto the right thigh, or you can lift the left leg off the mat, reach the arms through and grab behind the thigh or on top of the knee here. So you choose how deep you want to go and where it feels good. We're moving into a stretch but never moving into any sharp pain, so we want to stay away from that. Keep that left foot flexed or the right foot flexed that's stacked on top to protect the knee there. Nice. Let's take one more breath here. Bringing that left foot back down. You can release it and then take the right foot off and let's either roll the feet over, the knees over to the right side or the left side, up to you, pressing up into a tabletop. So just meet me on the mat in your tabletop, taking a moment for a cat and cow here. So just dropping the belly, lifting the forehead and the chin. And then pressing up through the spine, dome through the back, and let the head fall heavy onto the mat. Good. Meeting me in a neutral spine, we tuck the toes under and we lift the hips. One more breath here in our downward dog as we drive the heels down towards the earth, finding that long spine. Open the armpits and breathe. Good. Either walking the hands towards the feet or the feet towards the hands. Meet me in the center of your mat. In your forward fold, maybe you invite a bend in the legs, grab opposite elbows, nod the head yes, shake it no, release the head on the neck. As you exhale, start to roll up through the legs, up through the vertebrae, one at a time. Your head is going to be the last thing that stacks on top. Great. And when you reach the top, give the shoulders a couple rolls back. We finish off with a deep breath together as always. So first, let's exhale and let it all go. And then we finish with a nice inhale through the nose, breathing in, holding it at the top for a moment, and then letting it go. Beautiful work today, my friends. Happy Sunday. I cannot wait to sweat with you soon. Enjoy the rest of your day.